back to the Real Femme Sapien YouTube channel where I give cultural commentary, and today's video is a little bit different. It's just some words of wisdom that I'd like to give young women out there if you are still out there and wanting to be saved. So if you like this content, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell. I wanted to talk about the regret that I have surrounding the tattoos that I have for lots of reasons. I don't even think that most women have good reasons to get tattoos when they decide to get them. I think they just get them because their friends got them and they look really cool, and that's exactly why I got them. Growing up, I saw lots of people that had tattoos, and I grew up in an urban inner city in Central Florida. So I was just surrounded by people who had tattoos, people who wanted to be tattoo artists, actually lots of artists, and then people who were getting underage tattoos. And you know, it just got to be very culturally accepted in my eyes. So I didn't really see any drawbacks when I was advised not to get any. I thought people were old-fashioned. I thought they were making things up. But no, there actually is a stigma about having tattoos. And I got my first tattoo when I was 18. I have 11 tattoos right now. One I got when I was having a very chaotic period of time in my life. So I had to get an even bigger tattoo to cover that one up in the first place. And I would say I regret all of them except for maybe one. Now, I'm not gonna be, black and white about tattoos because it's a reality that exists in this world. And I think that they can be done in a feminine fashion that is cute and can really enhance a woman in some ways. Obviously, the original make and model is the best model of the woman. However, I just don't think there's anything wrong with having small, specially located tattoos if you wanted to commemorate a special moment in your life. I really do enjoy the monarch butterfly that I have, and that's because I became obsessed with them in second grade, and I used to study butterflies when I was around that age through the Scholastic Book Fair. So I've just got an appreciation for butterflies as they are, and monarchs happen to be my favorite. I don't think that if you have a small feminine tattoo that's problematic. If you want to put it behind your ear, on your wrist, on your ankle, places that you can conceal. But I've got some fairly large ones. And the thing about it is that I just didn't have women advising me that I looked up to. Every woman that came up to me and told me not to get tattoos did not have a life that I admired or aspired to achieve. And I just didn't believe what they were telling me. It didn't make any sense why I would take these women's advices when their lives were chaotic and not really, I'm being very kind here, but I had a lot of unmarried single mothers coming to me trying to tell me not to get tattoos. And I'm like, well, you did make these humans, and that seems like way more of a commitment than a tattoo. You can get your tattoos lasered off, and that's wonderful and fabulous. I don't live in a city. Here's the thing. When I got these tattoos, I did not think that one day I was gonna be a housewife in the Midwest. In order for me to get my tattoos lasered off, it is a 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive back. My small town does not have the derm lasers to get them removed anymore. So for the most part, I'm very much stuck with them unless I relocate to a city or my schedule starts to free up. It's just nowhere in my mind that I envision that I would end up being a business casual dressing, although I did dress pretty business casual. I didn't think that I'd want to cover up more. I thought I would just kind of stay where I was at in terms of covering up. And on top of that, I don't think I thought about what that could look like to my future kids, because your kids are going to be able to see your tattoos and they're going to wonder about what your life was like before. And I just don't know anyone who's coming from a very grounded, well-rounded 2-parent household that sees the need to get 11 tattoos. I like one of them, but that's the only one that I like. That's it. So in order for me to get these things lasered off, it is a 4-hour drive for the day. It's $75 a session. Some of these tattoos, the ink is so deep it would take 10 sessions. So it's like $750 removal. It is cheaper to get a tattoo sometimes than it is to get it lasered. Where I live, I can go and I can get tattoos, but I cannot get them lasered off because they don't have the dermatological laser available anymore. So if you are a young woman watching this and you really feel compelled to get a tattoo, I would just sit on it. I would think about it for a long time. When you get your design from your tattoo artist, look that thing 3 times over, be assertive. If something is off, go ahead and tell them and make them fix it. It doesn't matter what kind of attitude they throw at you. That's another issue. It's like these tattoo artists have huge egos, and you know, I just don't know that many successful individuals that are tattoo artists in the first place. So you think they would have a little bit more humility, but be firm and assertive with the designs that you have and project forward. Is there a chance that you could be a housewife one day? Or like, what kind of mom do you want to be? Because there are women who pull off tattoos very well and it fits into their aesthetic, but just try if you can to project to who you're going to be at 30. Do you want to be covered in tattoos? Consider it. A little butterfly, a little heart, a little star here or there that can be well hidden. I don't think that that's so much of a problem. I actually think it could be a nice artistic expression for women. Feminine tattoos that I would recommend in the first place, if you feel compelled to get one, would be very thin outlines and things that contribute to your femininity, not things that distract from your femininity. I had a tattoo that I had to get covered up. I had to cover it with something large and I couldn't really think of it, but I was just so tired of looking at it. I just covered it with a giant arrowhead. Now that sounds cool because I have an anthropology degree, but now that I'm like, you know, a stay-at-home wife and about to be a mom, like maybe not the coolest thing out there. I'm just saying. So I hope you take my warning. Really think it over before you get a tattoo. And if you do get a tattoo, try to minimize risk. Get that thing thin. If you get it thin, it will eventually blur through time and that'll make it easier to get it lasered off. If you live somewhere that's a very, very small town, think really hard about whether or not you want that tattoo, because the drive to get it lasered is going to be at your nearest city, and this channel is far reaching. Your nearest city could be 3-4 hours away. That's going to be a long drive if you regret it. And be firm with your tattoo artist if you feel so compelled to get a tattoo. I get it, there's things in life you want to commemorate, huge milestones, maybe somebody's passed away or maybe somebody was born. Okay, fine, I'll give it to you. Just be smart, because the stigma is real. I am not going to look like other wives if I go to a country club. I didn't think that I was going to end up marrying into a higher social class either. So like that adds some problems because obviously I don't really fit in. I didn't think it was going to be Becky housewife, okay, but here I am. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys regret any of your tattoos, if you had positive experiences with tattoos. Men, what do you think of tattoos? Women, what do you think of tattoos? And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.